Hey everybody, how we doing today? Gorgeous day here in the Florida Keys. Bam, look at that. We call that greasy calm, how flat it is. So beautiful day out here. Got a little bit of clouds, but these are not the real dangerous ones. You can see how they're kind of fluffy, they're broken apart. Kind of a reminder summer's coming. It's hot, a bit humid, but the storms that are really condensed, they're raised right up there. Cumulus clouds, I guess they call them, lightning, thunder busting out of those are the ones that'll kill you. These might drop a little bit of rain, but I'm not too worried about it. They'll block the clouds, which is good. So definitely a nice day to take the red kayak out. And we're gonna go hit the reef. The priority for today is just to have a nice, smooth reef trip, okay? So last trip was a disaster, broke my anchor and I was done for the day. So I have a brand new anchor system all rigged up there. I'm still breaking in the motor, that's another thing. I repaired the strap down the motor mount, which broke the other time I was out with the big motor, but that's all back in there. Replaced the little plastic grommets there. So that's back together again. And we should be good to go. Got a couple blocks of chum. Bait has been a bit of an issue since I haven't been able to catch bait very well. So what I might do is stop off at the patch reefs and maybe anchor and chum there, try to catch some ballyhoos or whatever's out there, and then head out. But I have some frozen pilchards as well. But otherwise, we just kind of want to have a nice, easy, calm day, build up my confidence level. And then this summer, I'm going to be trying to focus a lot more on the blue water and the reef. So want to just get this thing dialed in. And it's 5 miles out. I'm in the evening time. I guarantee you by 5 o'clock I'm going to be the only person out there, and then I don't come back until dark, so problems would be very bad. So I like to take my time, make sure everything's right, and yeah, have a successful trip. So that is the plan. Looky there, it's a rough day in the Florida Keys. All right, we made it out to the top of the reef here. Probably another half mile or so to the actual edge, and then that drop off there. Just taking a look at it. Water's kind of powdery blue. I can still see the bottom when I'm standing up here. Lots of boats out. I mean, I don't think you can see them, but there's about 18 boats that I can count stretched out along the edge of the reef. So lots of boats. Haven't seen that in a long time. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to waste some time, wait for some of those boats to thin out. I'm going to look for some reef bottom, weedy bottom, anchor up on top of the reef, put the chum bag out and see if I could attract some bait, ballyhoo preferably, and then just burn a little bit of time. Then as the boats thin out, then I might shift to the edge of the reef. So I think that's our plan. All right, I found this big, just sandy, weedy bottom. Not a lot of structure, but it's kind of like a patch of weeds here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop anchor. My new anchor setup here. I bless thee. Hopefully I don't lose you like instantly. Next, we want to get the chum flowing right away because I just want to attract bait. So get that out there. That was from the chum that I didn't use from last trip. So let's see if we can attract some sort of bait before we head out to the reef. All right, got the chum starting to flow out there. I'll let you take a look at what's below here. It's just sandy bottom with grassy bottom. Not really much structure. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's dark patches and then the light white sand patches all through here. So this is primarily just a field of just thinned out grass. The reason why I'm not looking for structure is kind of like on the last video. What you end up with is a bunch of Bermuda chubs and tiny yellowtails. And once they start swarming the chum bag, then those ballyhoo can't get in close enough to be caught. So this hopefully will bring us in some sort of bait fish. Here's the sargassum that it's all in the news about, the massive piles of this stuff. It's always been a problem, but I guess it's supposed to be getting worse. But not a ton out here. As I was coming out, there's a decent amount of it spread out. When you have low winds like this, it allows it to kind of break out and just go into these individual little small tiny sections. But when you have good wind, it starts combining them, and then you get those islands of the weeds there. And that's actually good out in the blue water when you're trolling, because it's structure and you tend to find fish kind of grouping in and under there, because it's protection for the little fish, which is food for the bigger fish. But when there's miles and miles and miles of it, it's not so good, because it's like fishing the 7-mile bridge. It's structure, but there's 7 miles of it, so they can go anywhere. So it's hard to find them, versus if you find one weed patch out of a big area of nothing, that's going to attract everything. So it kind of depends. But this is actually something that I'm going to try this summer, is take my chum with me out, way out, go 15-20 miles out, find some big weed patches, and just drift with them with the chum block, and just breed activity, and just keep breeding along, and all that activity will start attracting stuff, and I'll see if that works out for me. Trolling in this stuff is a mess. That's the other problem, and kind of why I wanted to come out here, is when it's like this, where it's spotty, it's impossible to troll, because it just clogs your lineup. So that's also good to know. All right, I'm starting to see my first flashes there. Long, skinny, shiny fish. So those are the ballyhoo. So you can see them there, coming along in the chum slick there. So I've been just kind of rigging everything up here. Made a wire rig there to run a balloon, yellowtail snapper jig, knocker rig for the bottom. This if I do any trolling, but this is the heavy rod that I'll put the wire rig. I've got balloon, so once I go out on the outer edge. So by the time I got done with those ballyhoo started showing up. So I'm just gonna let them build and build. If I get enough of them, I like to throw the cast net, but otherwise I'll pick them off one at a time. I've got the fly rod here, so let's see what we can do. There we go, slowly building. Got a couple of dozen back there. They're getting a little bit closer, but they're kind of wary. There's some yellowtails or something coming up from the bottom that's spooking them. All right, we've got the ballyhoo up on top. There's a ball of yellowtails below there. So it's coming together. I got the nut ready. So once I pull them back in here, then I'm gonna throw the net. You can see the little yellowtails. Maybe some mangroves in there as well. But I don't want to wait too long where those yellowtails will start pushing these ballyhoo out of here. Then they'll get too afraid and stick way back where I can't hit them with the net. Try not to fall in. There's some nice yellowtails in there. Ah, no. They were too fast. I got a couple of them. Dang it. Let's see how spooked they get. Got a couple of them. Bam. I got you on the fly. Hey, where's my dehooker 5000? Did I lose another dehooker 5? God dang it. Well, so far there's two things that I've forgotten or lost. One is the dehooker 5000, and the second is I didn't bring yellowtail snapper leader, which will be some like thin 12-pound mono, but I've got some 20s, but it would be better if I had the thinner leader. Now that's a good one. So I've been catching them with just hook and line. I'm gonna try to throw the net one more time, and then I might head out and start taking a look along the edge there. With the sun still up, I probably might be able to catch more out there, but at least I'll have some just in case. Well, they've definitely gotten comfortable again. Still a little bit spooky, but let me shake the chum bag a bit. Let's throw on them. See if I can hit them a little closer. You see how the chum is dropping, and that's getting them to go down lower. All right, right here. Yeah, see, that does nothing. As soon as I move, they like jump and they're gone. All right, I'm anchored up on the edge of the reef. Man, there's like no current. The chum is just dropping pretty much straight down. That's not good. My fish finder, the GPS fish finder's all freaking out. I don't think I have any water in the bottom inside the kayak, so my transducer is not reading. But I think I got it. I'm around 70, 80 foot right at the edge where it drops off again. So we're just kind of blind fishing it, but with no current, it's really not going to make a difference. We're just going to have to wait it out and see. But yeah, let's see what happens. I had this 1/8 ounce yellowtail jig on there, but there is absolutely no current, so it just sinks down. Yeah, see. Oh, what's that? Is that a cuda? What is that? Oh, that's one of those puffer fishies. Let it go. Yeah, it's those puffer fish. See if I can get them up here. Oh, not a puffer fish, one of those horn fish or whatever they're called. You're just gonna pick away at it until that bait is gone. Or I'm gonna hand catch you. I'm gonna catch you with my hand. I'm gonna catch you with my hand. So they're gonna peck away at my bait the whole time. Oh, we got it. Dang it. Pretty fish. Got those light blues in them. Signs of life, at least. All right, I went down to a 1/32 yellowtail snapper jig, but bloop, straight down. Yeah, there's just no current at all. I want to see if I can get those guys to come up and then take video with my stick. Plus I saw a shark go by. Well, drifting baits is kind of useless because it just goes down so slow and those whatever fish are just pecking away at it. So I'm going to see if I could just bypass them. This is a 1/4 ounce cobra jig head. And I'm just going to drop her down. Get it to hang out towards the bottom. Alright, finally got something off the bottom there. Using a mullet chunk. It's tiny, but hey, what do you got? Can't complain. It's a grunt. All we can catch is a grunt. Letting him blow out his air bladder. All right. Oh, he's decompressing. Mullet chunks for the win. Gets the skunk off the boat, I guess. Oh, you can see his air bladder there coming out of his throat. See if he can make it down. Ah, he's gonna make it. Keep going, buddy, keep going. I think I caught a rock or something. Oh, it's an eel. Whoa. That's my second eel I've ever caught. It was like dead weight, because it is dead weight. Ugh. But they look cool though. Ugh. He must have got into a hole and oh, it broke me off. That's okay, I've got you on video, buddy. What are all those down there? Like more bunch of filefish? I think they're filefish. Yeah, they gotta be filefish. Well, that was cool for a moment. I thought I was hauling in a treasure box. Big old eel. All right, there's nothing coming up. There's still no current. About the only thing around is the filefish. That's what it just chomping on my baits because I can't get it down. And I caught a grunt and a remora when I did get it to the bottom. So kind of a waste of time. I'm not gonna waste any more chum. But what I have been seeing and hearing is little bait pods going off. And I actually saw one baby bonita jump not too far away. A lot of flying fish taking off, getting scared away. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of trolling. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull everything up, get all put away, and we're gonna do a little bit of trolling. All right, let's do a little bit of trolling. I haven't seen anything popping around recently, but I've got the new All About the Bait wobble spoon on there. So if that gets bitten off, then I'll throw some wire on. And then the other side, I'm just gonna use a fish head jig head 1 ounce with a 4-inch paddle tail. And we're just gonna cruise along the edge of the reef, and then if I see any boiling bait, birds, any activity, then I'll troll through it. So let's see what we can do. All right, so that's kind of the action there. Just kind of wobbles around, throws a little splash. I've got a about 3 foot a leader, and then I've got a swivel there to prevent the line twist. So let's get this guy out there. Since it's so small, it should pretty much attract anything out here, because that's what I'll be happy with catching. Pretty much anything. All right, I saw some fish busting right here. That's the only thing I've seen this whole time. I'm into about an hour. Except for these, I saw one flying fish. Come on, baby. Steve wants to go home. Just wants one fish. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Come on, boys. Hey, we got a fish on, I think. Or did it come off? Or did I get weeds? This is on the wobble spoon. It was bouncing. Oh no, I got a fish on. Fish on, baby, I knew it. Stay on there, stay on there. Let me see what you are. Oh, what's wrong with my drag? Stay on. Hey, hey, my mackerel spoon caught a mackerel. Hey, hey. How you doing, Ciro Mackerel? You got caught by the All About the Bait mackerel spoon. Maybe I do know what I'm talking about. All right, so it's not, whoa, trebles and teeth. Trebles and teeth. Oh, slimy. There we go. Be all about the bait. Oh, Trebles and teeth. Bad, bad, bad. There we go. I'm gonna hold you. Ah, dang it. Come on here. Slimy dude. Alright. There we go. That's the wobble spoon with the mackerel. Alright. I'll let you go, little guy. Thank you. Out of here. Uh-oh. Kick out, kick out. You can do it. Just gotta want it. Kick. All right, so there you go. That's the wobble spoon. Perfect for those mackerels, trolling, casting. Sweet. So that's the perfect one for the inshore trolling for those size there, but that's the wobble spoon. And I run about 3 foot or so, 4 foot of leader with a swivel because this can spin as well. I would run my other spoons as well, except I have 1 swivel in my whole tackle box. So I gotta throw some swivels in there. But you have to have a swivel on all these spoons and stuff there. But that's the rig. So let's go ahead and I'll troll a little bit more, but I kind of want to head in. There's just not much going on. Well, I am not really seeing any action. I'm not seeing any bait. That was the only little school that I saw just getting chased around a bit, and then got that little Cero mackerel. But that's it. That's the only thing I've seen. So got some sun left, but I think I'm gonna call it. Without any current, it's just fish don't turn on. They're just kind of lethargic because it's not natural for all the food to be coming through when there's no current to be pushing it. So they don't recognize that it's feeding time. But everything's working good, so let's head on back. Look at that big old blood moon. Looks massive.